Welcome to the High Income Business Writing Podcast, helping you propel your writing business to a whole new level. And now, here's your host, Ed Gandia.
Hey there, welcome to another episode of the High Income Business Writing Podcast, the number one podcast for business writers and copywriters who want to earn more in less time doing work they love for better clients, with over 1 million downloads from listeners just like you across 101 countries. This episode is much shorter than usual. Rather than my typical 45-minute format, today I'm sharing a quick tip with you. This is part of the audio insights I publish for my private coaching clients every weekday, and I thought you'd find it helpful. So here we go. I hope you enjoy it. One of my coaching clients reached out recently with a delicate situation. Her top referral source had sent someone her way who initially seemed like a great prospect, but then after a few conversations, red flags started popping up, and she could see this turning into a problematic client relationship if she moved forward. Now, she wanted to decline the opportunity before things went too far because they hadn't signed a contract yet. But here's the kicker. She was worried about not just upsetting the prospect, but about damaging her relationship with her referral source, because this is someone who had sent many people her way. So here's how I advised her. I said, look, you need to get ahead of this with your referral source first. So before your next conversation with a prospect, I need you to reach out privately to the person who referred them. And you want to explain in a positive and gracious tone that you've realized that your services aren't the ideal match for their friends' needs. Let them know how much you value their partnership and referrals and that you're seeking the best outcome for everyone involved. Something along the lines of, look, I want to make sure that this prospect gets the right solution, even if it's not us, so they have a great experience overall. We definitely don't want to waste their time or resources. Then when you talk to the prospect, acknowledge how things evolved. You might say something like, and you have a few choices, but one of them would be to say something along the lines of, since our last few calls, we've done some additional analysis of our capacity and our expertise. We've realized that what you're looking for may require different support than we can best provide. I'd never want to set you up for anything less than excellent results. Now, if they seem surprised or object that you've maybe changed your story, and you should be prepared for that, by the way, you can reference how the project scope has evolved during your discussions. So, for example, something along the lines of, we initially thought the project would revolve around X. However, as we dug deeper, it became apparent that it includes Y and Z, which may require a provider with different specializations. So that's one approach. Alternatively, you could frame it as an internal capacity issue. You could say, we've had some shifts in our client roster and upcoming commitments, which forces us to make some difficult decisions right now. I'd be worried about not giving your project the attention it deserves if we continue. And that way, if you approach it that way, it's just less about them and more about ensuring their project isn't shortchanged. The key is emphasizing this decision is about protecting their success. So you could use language like this. You could say, look, I respect your time and investment too much to continue if I'm not 100% confident we can deliver exactly what you need. I'd rather you partner with someone who can give this project their full focus and expertise. Now, to show that you're not just cutting them loose, offer them a trusted referral. Just tell them, look, I'd love to connect you with someone who specializes in exactly what you need. And when you do that, you demonstrate that you still care about their goals and you're willing to help them succeed, even if it's not through your company. Now, obviously, this was somebody who you wouldn't even refer to anybody else. That's a different story. But I find that in many cases, it's not that. It's just not a good fit for you. And this is where it really pays to have a network of colleagues. If somebody who might maybe be in a different situation or have a different market focus or be growing more aggressively and be willing to accommodate more different types of prospects. So this gives you an opportunity to really kind of bookend the conversation in a way that doesn't burn any bridges. Now, finally, and this is critical, you want to circle back with your referral source immediately after the conversation and give them a neutral explanation of how it went, emphasizing again that you appreciate the introduction, but realize the project needs exceed what you can provide right now or whatever the justification was. By looping them in, You minimize the chance of surprise or misinformation if the prospect then complains or mischaracterizes your withdrawal to that referral source. So reinforce to the referral source how much you value their referrals and make it clear that this decision was about ensuring the highest quality solution for their friend. So look, remember, it's better to have an uncomfortable conversation now than to end up in a painful client relationship that could damage both your business and your referral partnerships. Either way, you got to pay the price. I would argue that one of them is easier to pay than the other. The other thing is handling the situation professionally and transparently can actually strengthen your relationship with your referral source because it shows them that you take referrals seriously and you care about protecting everyone involved. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And just a quick reminder to grab your free copy of my latest book, Earn More in Less Time: The Proven Mindset, Strategies, and Actions to Prosper as a Freelance Writer. You can get your free copy at b2blauncher.com, where you will also find the detailed show notes to this and all my other episodes. Enjoy and have a great day.